Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga, Warrior Flow. I am Grace. So happy you are here to be, let's see here, like this big wide angle. We're going to be practicing flow with Ujjayi breath. Here's my cushion. Oh, there we go. So we'll be using this Ujjayi throughout the whole practice today. And let me show you real quick how this Ujjayi breath goes. You're going to be engaging this glottis muscle right here in the throat. And the best way to do that is to pretend you're fogging up a mirror. Doing it once with the mouth open and then closing the mouth and doing it again. And you'll feel that slight constriction. And there'll be a sound. It's an ocean sound. Some people call it a Darth Vader sound, but it's a nice sound that's calming to the mind. And we'll be using this breath throughout the practice today. And remembering this week is on Sacha purity. And we're thinking about the mind, purifying the mind, calming the distractions and the disturbances of the mind, and making this mind of ours as pure as possible, purifying it by realizing if we're in a thought sphere that isn't enlivening us, it isn't inspiring us, we can shift out of that thought sphere and move into a whole different stream of thought, raise our thoughts to higher vibrations of thoughts aligned with peace and love and joy. We're not our thoughts. We tune into thoughts. We allow thoughts to stream through our consciousness, but we are the pure consciousness. We are not the thoughts that stream through it. And that distinction is really powerful, especially if we have we can consider negative. It's not us. It's not that we have negative thoughts. It's we've just tuned into a radio station that's not inspiring us, and we can shift that and change into a different one. So let's begin sitting in a comfortable seat, dropping that breath down to the lower belly, nice deep abdominal breathing as we train the body to breathe into the belly. Remember, there's two things you get out of this yoga teacher training. That's to naturally breathe into the lower abdomen, so you're always triggering the relaxation response and the health building hormones throughout your body, and immense radical self-love. So we're breathing into that belly, and take this moment to just check in with yourself. Taking your time to first check in with that physical body. You may want to close your eyes and feel where the body is in space and time, feeling the shoulders, the torso, the hips, the legs, the feet, the arms, the hand, the neck, the throat, front and back of the neck, the head. Just finding your body, checking in how it's feeling this morning, today, whatever time of day it is for you. And then diving even deeper into pratyahara. Notice the inner sensations, the inner aliveness. You may feel that heart beating, that pulsation, the center of your chest, and that expanding throughout your whole body, out to the fingertips and the toes. And basking in that manamaya kosha, the emotional body, allowing whatever emotions are there to arise without any judgment. And setting an intention for yourself. Something that inspires you for maybe this practice, this day, this year, this life. Always stating it in the positive and present. I have the career of my dreams, the relationship of my dreams, the life of my dreams, whatever. Speak it as if it is now. And releasing that with this or better, this or better, this or better. And we'll come up to a standing position. Let's see, I'm gonna light. Work out stuff here. I'm gonna use a block just for example. So coming to a standing position, and we're just going to shake out, and we're just warming up right now, just getting ready to move, shaking out the arms and the legs, and let's move into some gentle twists, waking up that spine, warming it up a little bit. We can bring the hands over the head and into a little half moon. We have a couple different half moons. I think we'll do Ardha Chandrasana, half moon balance today. Add a balance in. We're going to be doing balances tonight. Beautiful. Tapping the body, waking it up, getting the lymph going. In the face. Waking everything up. And across crawls, adding shoulder, maybe even adding, let's see, the feet. Takes me a minute. See, I need it. The right, left brain. Again, morning for me. So there we go. Beautiful. And let's tap our thymus. We kind of forgot that when we were tapping the body. Always activating this thymus gland, this immunity center. Beautiful. Let's do our breath of joy. Inhaling 3 sips of inhale and then a nice exhale as we bend and fold forward. And then we're going to do about 3 or 4 breaths. Inhaling up to shoulder length, opening up the heart, up to the sky, and then exhale. Let's begin. And coming down and just relaxing down for a moment, feeling that nice stretch on the low back. And nice and slowly from those lower thoracics, from the lumbar, the lower thoracic, 1 vertebrae at a time, like a string of pearls, coming up. Beautiful job. Let's move into our warrior flow, and our focus is going to be our Ujjayi breath. This is our focus this week. Of course, we're always focusing on self-love, and we have our Patanjali's 8 limbs, and we're working on purity satya today. But find that Ujjayi breath, bringing the arms out wide. Let's take the front foot 90 degrees back, 35 to 45. Front knee is right over the ankle. So our foundation is set now. We're setting our alignment. Back arm is high as the front. Pelvis is facing me. And turn the head to gaze out over the front fingertips. Engage the bandhas and bring in that Ujjayi breath. Nice deep slow breaths. Deep inhale. On the exhale, dropping the back arm to the back leg and reaching that front arm up. Inhaling, reaching into the extended arms, line of energies from the heart to the extended arms. And let's bring in the Ujjayi, reverse warrior. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swooping that arm to gently rest on the front thigh. Back arm comes alongside for side angle. Engage the bandhas, bring in the Ujjayi. One more breath. And on the exhale, straightening that leg, bringing the hand down to the earth or a block. Moving into triangle, Trikonasana. Engage the bandhas and let's bring in the Ujjayi. You can gaze up at the fingertips or keep the head in alignment with the spine. Inhaling into the extended fingertips. Exhaling that hand down. Bringing a hand on either side of the front foot. And let's just relax in our pyramid for a couple breaths. Engage the bandhas, bring in the Ujjayi. One more breath. Your next inhale, rooting this left hand into the earth, twisting away from me as you open up and lift the right arm up. Engaging the bandhas and bring in the Ujjayi. Inhaling, reaching up into the fingertips and exhaling down into pyramid. Next inhale, coming up into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, bringing the ankle, right, the knee right over the ankle. Coming up, we're going to square those hips so they're facing that small edge of the mat forward. Back thighs engaged and bringing the arms up into Virabhadrasana 1. And engage those bandhas. Bring in that Ujjayi breath. Shoulders are relaxed down. The next inhale, either moving right into your warrior 3 or taking that step, bringing the weight into the standing foot and then hinging forward into warrior 3. And breathe. One more breath here. And coming down, beautiful, nice wide stance. Moving right into our star, 5 lines of energy down the legs, out the arms, and out the crown of the head, engaging the bandhas. That's bringing the Ujjayi. One more nice deep breath. Reaching into those 5 lines of energies. And on the exhale, bringing the heels in, bending the knees, And moving into your goddess, engage the bandhas and breathe with the Ujjayi breath. Next inhale, coming up, bringing the hands to the hips of the waist, and we're going to hinge down. So tilt that pelvis forward a little bit to hinge down at the hips. And then let the spine round, bring the hands down to a block or the earth, relaxing the head. And let's bring in the Ujjayi breath for wide leg forward fold. And then moving a little side to side, stretching the legs, feeling what feels good for your body, keeping that breath flowing. Coming back to center, let's bring the hands to the hips, lift the head up first, and the heart coming all the way up. Beautiful job. We move to the other side. So now my left foot is 90 degrees, my back foot 35 to 40. Bringing that knee right over the ankle, just making sure it goes back a little. It's okay. We just don't want it to go forward. Back thighs engaged, arms out. Hips are facing me. Turn the head to gaze out over the front fingertips. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Your next exhale, bring in the back hand to the back leg, front arm coming up into reverse warrior. You can straighten the front leg if you want, or keep it bend in reverse warrior. Engaging the bandhas and bring in that Ujjayi breath. Next inhale, reaching up into the extended fingertips. And exhaling into our side angle. Gauging the bandhas and breathing. Inhaling, straightening that front leg, moving right down to triangle. You can come down to a block or the earth, Trikonasana, open heart. Engage those bandhas, and let's bring in the prana. You can gaze up at the fingertips or keep the head in alignment with the spine. Inhale, reaching into the fingertips, and then exhaling down into our pyramid. Can adjust that back foot a little to 90 degrees. And nice deep, 3 deep breaths here in pyramid. Listening to that sound, bringing your focus to the sound of the breath.
And the next inhale, spreading those fingers on the right side, bringing the weight into that right hand, twisting away from me in revolved triangle, Viparita Trikonasana. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Next inhale, reaching up into the extended fingertips. And exhaling down into pyramid. On your next inhale, bending that front leg, adjusting that back foot so it's 35 to 40 degree angle coming up. We're going to square those hips. Balance, facing forward, square those hips to face the front edge of the mat. Back thigh is engaged in that thigh loop. And you bring the arms up, relax the shoulders down. Engage those bandhas and bring in that Ujjayi breath in the Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, reaching up into the fingertips. Exhale. Next inhale, either move right into your Virabhadrasana 3 or taking a step, bringing the weight into the standing leg and then hinging forward. Breathe. One more breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. Move into our star again. Next exhale, moving into goddess. Engaging the bandhas and breathe. One more breath here. Inhale, coming up. Tilting the pelvis forward. Exhale, hinging down. Wide leg forward fold. And grab the elbows if you want. Bring the hands to the back. Next inhale, coming up. Beautiful job. And we're going to do one more warrior flow. And we're going to do it to breath. We're going to breathe. We might repeat a few poses, but it's going to be a little more of a vinyasa style. Just going through it one more time to breath. So moving into our warrior 2. Taking a deep breath here. Your next inhale, moving into reverse warrior. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale into our side angle. Exhale into your triangle. Exhale into revolved triangle. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming down into pyramid. Inhale into Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. And exhaling down. Inhaling into Star. Exhaling into Goddess. Inhale into standing, and then exhale into wide leg forward fold. Inhaling up. Exhaling into our Warrior 2. One breath here. Next inhale, moving into Reverse Warrior. Inhaling up. Exhaling into our side angle. Moving into Trikonasana, triangle. And let's do pyramid for a breath. We're moving into revolve, triangle. Back into pyramid. Inhaling into Virabhadrasana 1. Square those hips. Virabhadrasana 2. 3, I'm sorry, Warrior 3. One more breath here. And coming down. Beautiful job. Let's move into that balance as I promised. So we're going to have nice wide legs, and we're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana. This is half moon. It's a couple different half moons. One is we make a little half moon with the body. This is a balancing half moon. So the first thing is to create that foundation. So back foot is about 30 to 45 degrees. Front foot is not straight parallel, but find something that's comfortable for you. It can be parallel, pointing 90 degrees, or it can be a little adjusted for this Ardha Chandrasana. I have mine about 90 degrees. First thing to do is to find your spot where you're going to bring your hand down. So it's usually, here's my foot, it's usually a couple hand widths in front of my foot and maybe even a little forward of the foot. So find, if you are going to be balancing, find where that's going to be for you. Kind of have that as a balance. Remembering you can always use the back of a wall to help you balance. This is a little bit tricky one, but we're going to practice it now because we're going to practice it today later on in our in-person. We're going to be doing balances. So find that spot.
And we're going to take the weight off the back leg, bring the weight onto the front leg. Nice soft knee here. I'm going to bring the hand down to our spot where we've decided. My hair is getting in my way. Lift the back leg up and the arm up. And breathe. One more breath. And coming down. Beautiful. We'll move over to the other side. So back leg is 35 to 40 degrees. Front is 90, but it can be for this, you adjust what feels best for your balance. Finding that spot you're going to come down to. And then bringing the weight onto the front leg, very little weight on the back leg. Bringing the hand down to its spot. Lifting the back leg and the arm. And breathe. One more breath. And coming down. Beautiful job. And let's clasp the hands behind us. Coming into standing yoga mudra. Honoring that beautiful heart. And releasing the hands, coming down. Let's come down onto our backs. And let's bring the knees into the chest. Rocking back and forth a little bit. Beautiful. Let's move into a little bridge, a nice little back bend, and into some hip releasers. So we're going to lift up halfway just to feel that nice sensation. Start telling those back muscles we're going to be moving into a back bend. And just noticing the sensations of being here. We're not usually in this position throughout the day. It feels really good. And then coming down and rolling down one vertebrae at a time from the upper thoracics to the lower. And this time we're going to press into the feet, lift the hips. We're going to bring the shoulders underneath us, clasping the hands if you can, and lifting into a nice bridge. Watch the knees so they don't spread out. Imagine you're holding a block between the knees. And engage the bandhas and breathe. You can bring in that Ujjayi. One more breath. And on the exhale, releasing the hands, releasing those shoulders, and coming down one vertebra at a time. And bringing those knees into the chest, a little rock. Let's do a nice little knee down twist. Left leg straight out, coming up onto that left side. Bringing the right knee over to the left hand guiding that right knee. Right arm out straight. Turn the head to gaze out over the right fingertips. And engage the bandhas, bring in the Ujjayi. One more breath. And coming back to center and moving to the other side. The left knee is up. I'm going to come up onto the right side an inch, bringing the left knee over to the right hand, guiding the left leg, left knee, left arm out 90 degrees and turning the head to gaze out over those left fingertips, engaging the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. Releasing that leg. Let's bring those knees into the chest. Let's move into a Supta Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet together, wrapping the hands around the feet, and gently pulling them in towards the body, feeling that nice hip opening. Gauge the bandhas and breathe. In that Ujjayi if you can. And on your next inhale, opening those legs nice and wide, feeling a nice stretch and pulling them in towards the body. And then bending those knees, having the feet facing the sky as the knees are bent. And we're in baby, not happy baby yet, just baby, and gently pulling the feet down towards the earth. The knees and legs are coming wide out towards the armpits and beyond. And breathe. Feel those bandhas engage. One more breath here. And moving into happy baby, just rolling around, kicking the feet, doing what feels good, what feels fun, just like you would when you were a baby. Honoring these legs you have, these beautiful, sacred legs. Bringing your awareness into them. Rolling around and making any last movements you need before Savasana. Maybe if there's a pose that your body was really craving, doing that now. And getting ready for our Savasana. Being in a comfortable position. If you need to put a sweater on or socks, a bolster under your knees or a blanket. I like to bring the legs a little wider and flop the feet out and have the arms a little wider away from the body, palms up. Nice, receptive, relaxed pose, relaxation pose. As you invite the body to let go of all effort and move into complete relaxation and restore. Letting all the muscles know they can release all tension, all holding, and relax as you feel the body sink deeper into the earth. Every muscle more and more relaxed. The whole body letting go. Every system, the bones, the digestive system, the heart, the circulatory system, the lungs, the respiratory system, and of course the brain and the nervous system, relaxing, releasing, letting go. And we'll have a few moments of silence as we integrate this entire practice, mind, body, and spirit. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. To invite the body to come back. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Nice deep breaths into the belly. Stretching out the arms and legs. And rolling over to one side or the other. And coming to a seated position. We're going to do one round of we're going to do Bastrika. So even inhale, exhale, both rapid yet even flowing pace. So we'll be coming in from the belly. And exhale, you can fold forward, help all that breath release. Inhale, coming up. We're just going to do one round today. Checking in on the body, scanning the physical body. Diving into Pratyahara, scanning the inner aliveness. Basking in the emotional being. Bring it on, feeling everything fully, no judgment. And bringing yourself back to that intention that you set. Releasing that intention with a this or better, this or better, this or better. And bringing the hands in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. I think I'll see if I have a chant that wants to arise for you. Ode hune ke mate ahea, ode hune ke ha. Ode hene ke hate ke maya ke hude hene ke ha. Hude hene ke ha. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, peace, and truth. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for our warrior flow with a focus on Ujjayi breath. Please check out ecstaticyoga.studio for more information on our yoga retreats and teacher trainings. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.